Morning, everybody. I just wanted to get everybody on here this morning. How's everybody after the holiday weekend? Kind of like the stuffed turkey today. Yeah. I know it's the holidays and I never get too upset about it, but I eat different. I get back into routine. It's hard. That Monday afterwards, I'm just like sluggish because I've eaten too much sugar and my tummy's off and I just feel, and that kind of stuff. So I just kind of feel bleh. So today, a little bit more casual today than what I am some days, but just kind of feeling like I needed to give myself a little grace wardrobe and just be comfortable and just kind of get back into my routine. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it. I'm real long here, but I'm going to jump in and get going on this. But first things first, I wanted to let you all know that you can win something, all right? And I'll like and comment on the video that you're watching. And then, then you're entered into the drawing that I'm going to be doing December 15th. We've got to get that scheduled. Holiday kind of messed us up with that, but we need to get that scheduled. But the month before, I had a good conversation with the person and we talked about some real estate and I got on the right track, I do believe. So, and they've had some questions since then. So you get to win that. And it's just a one-on-one with me and we can chat about real estate. Okay. One that says, I can and I will today, just because I needed that extra incentive today of I can and I will. So, all right. So I guess, right? So I'm going to go ahead and chat with you today about, this is the title, why inspections are important for home buying. Okay. 3 reasons why inspections are important for home buying. Okay. A lot of people feel like they can skip the step because the buyers don't realize that it can cost you money. They don't expect that. It's not something that they think. And depending on the inspection, I've had them around, and it depends on your area as well. So I've had them anywhere from $450 to $700. It kind of just depends on what you all have done, your area, that. If you don't know an inspector to do a full home inspection, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Usually your realtor has a few in that they, that they like working with. So they can give you some suggestions and then you just have to pick the inspector that you would like. Okay. So it's not hard to find an inspector. And then typically this is something that is written right in the contract when you first write your offer. It's written right in there, right in the contract that you would like to have home. So, and this is good because these will find, and these are the 3 things that it does find for major. It's major health hazard, like that, especially if you're in the Midwest. Radon's a big thing. Okay. Major structural and safety issues is what it's going to indicate for you. And then, so any pest damage, termite, carpenter ants, whatever it might be, major pest, it'll show that for you. Okay. And those are really typically the 3 things that so that was my first one. It's going to uncover the 3 major. Now I'm going to say major because this is not to bring a house up to code. There needs to report on everything. This is not to bring a house up to code. Okay. So I want you to note that it's not to bring a house up to code. Excuse me. Health hazard like radon or anything else. It is for major structural, like if the house is sitting kitty corner or off the foundation or whatever, or we got some structure damage. It's for that. And it's also to see if there's any pests. Okay. If they come up and say that the kitchen needs, that's only to bring it up to code. That's not something that you need to worry about. Okay, so you just kind of need to think about that. All right, and then it'll let you know what is needing repaired. So since it's got to, inspectors have to give you everything, you're going to need to know whether it needs to be. So even though it may not be something that's structural, there may be a gutter that needs to be repaired on the outside rain right by the foundation. And if that continues over time, it's going to erode away that land there, that earth there. And then that's, issue for your foundation. Okay. So then at that point, once you get these items uncovered, then you need to speak with your realtor, the seller, to repair. Okay. There are a few things that they have to do. And then there are a few things that it's just an option, and they have, if it's a gutter issue, they have an option to say no on that. Okay. They have the option to say, no, we're not going to repair that. And then it's up to you to repair it as a home buyer. Okay. Home, and it's not brand new, you're probably going to have maintenance that's got to be done on the home anyway. Okay. So, and changing those things or fixing those things are not expensive. I always kind of just try to steer people away from asking for a lot of little inexpensive repairs, because you saw it was that way when you, that kind of thing. I mean, we have asked for gutters, and don't get me wrong, we have asked for that stuff. But if you're asking for like 2 or 3 major things, and then you're asking for a bunch of little things, I try to, you as the buyer would prefer to repair the smaller things than the major things. Okay. The third reason, track. So if these things are uncovered and it's something major structural, and now you're unsure about the property, it gives you the time out of the contract without a lot of penalty. Okay. If you just decide halfway through the contract that you're having home buyer's remorse, period, end of story, you're going to lose it. Okay. That's just the way it is. All right. However, if you go through it and they say, okay, the house is shifted on the foundation, or like, we can't afford to fix that, then you know that either you need to renegotiate the price of the contract to really decide if it's a home that you want. Okay. Now, this just doesn't give you an out. Okay. I don't want to say that. It just doesn't give you an out if you decide, if you're having nitpick every little thing. It just doesn't give you an out. Okay. But in some instances, and like here in Cedar Rapids, we had a derecho was more damage to their properties than what they thought. And so when inspectors came through, they found things that needed to be repaired. So which then the seller's insurance, so they could get a check on that. And then there's ways around it. It's not the end of the world. There's ways around getting things done. Like if the insurance company, you can put money in escrow, get it repaired. There's ways around it. All right. But if there is something, and I'm going to give you an example, like we went into a house and they had some stuff piled up. And when the inspector came through, we had to move the stuff, and we found out there was a crack in the foundation. Okay. So we asked the seller, would not fix it. So my clients ended up backing out because they didn't feel it was their deal to have that fixed. It was the foundation of the house. That's problematic. Okay. So that it gave them a way to back out and be like, no, we're not doing it. We're not going to continue this. We'll find something else. And they did. They found a way. So that's what it's meant for, is that it'll uncover something that you may not have saw when you went through the house and initially went. Inspectors, we don't have that opportunity. Okay. So yes, so you may get that. So those are the 3 reasons why why it's important to have inspections. Uncover it. I'm going to emphasize major. Any major structural hazards, any major health hazards, pest issues. And all pest issues are major. You know, if they've got termites or carpenter's ant, they just need to have an exterminator come in and fix it and figure it out. Okay. But number two is it'll let you know what you're needing to repair as a homeowner and what can you not worry about. You know, if a kitchen has been a kitchen for, I don't know, the last 50 years and there's been no GFCI outlets in there, it's probably okay. You know, that you can do over time if it's something you choose to do. Okay. And then it also gives you a time, if you do uncover something major, you have that moment to decide if you really like it. If it is something major structural, you have that type of home that I really want, or do I want to keep looking, or are we going to ask the homeowners to take care of it? What's the process going to be? And it's going to give you the chance to do there. Okay. So that is the good reason why inspections are important. If you have done all of your homework up until this point, and now you have decided, okay, go inspections, and you discover things after you move in, that's on you. It's not on the seller. It's on you because inspections. Okay. So I hope you guys love this. I do have, if you want to go more in depth and get it now, because the price is going to go up. I am doing the pre-sales for my guide. Okay. There is a link to it in the description here. It walks you through all of these things in way more detail than what I've given to you. You're thinking about starting to buy a home, all the way on what to expect, all the way to the end of closing day and even after closing day. Okay. So all of those things. So you're not walking into this blindly. You've got an idea of what the process is. You kind of have a little things like this under your belt where you're like, okay, so inspections, they are important. And you can talk to your realtor about this, you know, as you are going through this, you can talk to them and be like, you know, if there's a house that is absolutely pristine, you know, maybe it's not necessary, but talk to your realtor about it because they will help you walk through that. Okay. Wanting to get more in depth in this, go ahead and grab my course. It is on sale for half off right now. And that price is going to go up once we release it to get, but this is the pre-sale of it. It should be ready to come out here in the next week. So go ahead and grab that now. I'm also kind of running it as a cyber because today's people are thinking about Christmas. It may be a Christmas idea for you. Okay. But anyway, grab that while you can. The link is in the description to grab that. And then information, and just want to kind of collaborate with people who are going through the same things. Pop over to my free Facebook group. It's Mom CEOs household. That's kind of who I am. I'm the mom that runs the household here. I do everything from managing the checkbook all the way to managing any kind of real estate deals. I wish I would have had when I was doing this. I think it would have really helped bridge the gap. Even though I had an amazing realtor, I think it would have really helped bridge the gap. So I think it really would have helped kind of clarify what things meant and why and that kind of thing. Okay. So, but you can pop over there. The link to that. Also, one last thing to do on this Monday morning, and then I'll let you get to it, is go ahead. And if you love this video, if you like this video, go ahead, subscribe button and the bell. That way you'll get notified every time that I'm on. If you're watching it anywhere else, pop over to YouTube, click the subscribe button and hit the bell. And then that way it'll get you on. Keep winning things. And as we get more increase, we will get more chances to win. So I hope you guys all have a great week. And I will see you tomorrow. Amazing day.